What's good, everyone? Welcome to an all-new episode of That Juco Life. Big shout out to everyone for showing their support for all these episodes. And we're here with a super special guest here, Langston Wilson from Georgia Highlands College. He is a rising sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, averaging 10 points and 7 rebounds per game, shooting over 50% from the field. And he's here with us on the show. What's going on, Langston?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Doing good. So, basically, you saw the episode with one of our previous episodes with Khalil Kamara, and you found it intriguing. So, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
All right, so let's start things off with your high school career. You know, you're from Philadelphia, and let's start off with your high school career. What was it like, and how did you ended up at Georgia Highlands?
Well, for some personal reasons, I never played high school basketball.
Okay.
So that's for one. I played AAU for 2 years, but I never played high school ball. I got 0 points in my high school career.
Right.
So really, more or less, the main reason I ended up JUCO was I'm just a kid. You know what I'm saying? That I kind of started, I guess, more or less developing late and didn't really have any option. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really on my grades all too much in high school, so I didn't really know a whole lot about how the NCAA worked and
Right.
things like that. You know what I mean? So when I figured out that I wasn't a qualifier, when I did really start jumping into basketball, I really didn't know what I was gonna do. If we being 100% honest, I mean, I was down here in Georgia. I was living with my sister. And it just kind of happened. It was kind of like I was at the right place at the right time.
Right.
Went to like a little open gym situation, got in contact with a coach. He put me in contact with Coach JJ. Coach JJ offered me a scholarship, and then off that, I just committed.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds great. I mean, your story is already unique compared to most of our guests and most people. JUCO is a place where people find their stride as athletes, regardless of anything. So, I did something on Steve Francis. Well, I didn't do anything, but I watched a documentary on Steve Francis, NBA veteran, and he didn't play high school ball as well. So he played AAU for about, I think, 2 summers, and then wound up getting recruited by JUCO, and wound up getting recruited by JUCO in Texas. 1 year, then he played at Texas for 1 year at San Jacinto. Then he went to Allegheny in Maryland his second year. So, yeah, that's dope right there. So, you went to some open gyms, some coaches seen you, they were surprised by your athleticism and your height. How did it feel when, the coaches started coming in and offering you, scholarships and stuff what was going through your mind? Like,
I mean, really, it was a blessing. Like, I got my first offer back during the Jamborees back in October, beginning of October. I got my first offer from Alcorn State.
Okay.
I mean, that was a blessing in its own. For a while, because I got that offer. Shout out to Coach Davis. That's really my guy. You know what I'm saying? One of the coolest coaches I'd never spoke with. But after I got that first offer, it was quiet for a while till about January. So I mean, getting that first offer was great. But I'm like, I'm just trying to work harder and get better, just so that I want to be one of the best players every time I step on the floor. And I want to be one of the best players in the country, if not the best player in the country.
Right.
So, it's really a blessing. It really was a blessing getting offers. I mean, even now, it's still like a blessing. Like, every school that reaches out and offers me a scholarship is really just a blessing, because there's a lot of kids out here that never get to experience that process and never get to be recruited on that level. So really, just look at it as just God communicating with me and telling me to keep working hard.
Right, sounds good. So, Georgia Highlands College. When it comes to JUCOs, the state of Georgia is not really talked about as much. As far as people that I know that's very involved with JUCO. So tell me what the JUCO scene is like in Georgia compared to other states like Kansas or Cali or even New York. What is it like?
The JUCO scene in Georgia, I mean, there's a lot of hidden gems. I mean, for the past couple of years, there's always been a player from Georgia in like the top 15 players in all of Juco. I feel as though that speaks volumes in itself. You know what I mean? We have teams ranked in the top 25 every year. It's just a lot of people are just asleep on it because you have basically what you could consider the JUCO blue bloods in Florida, in Kansas, and in Texas. So you know the JUCO scene isn't sweet like everybody say in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Might not be as many big name high school guys that didn't qualify that are going JUCO out there, but you know, there's a lot of guys that, you know what I'm saying, didn't get a lot of opportunities like myself and just didn't really, you know, start understanding the game and start getting in stride until late. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people look at it like in our league, there's a couple smaller guards, you know what I'm saying? But them small guards can go. I mean, one of them on my team, Trevin Williams, was an All-American this year. You know what I'm saying? Trevin's 5'9", but Trevin will give mostly anybody in the country 20. You know what I mean? So a lot of people look at it and they look at it on paper and they don't recognize the names. And you know, when you don't pass the eye test to some people, they just write it off. But I mean, there's a lot of dogs in my league. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people with a chip on their shoulder. A lot of people that are really being counted out. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm probably going to love it even more this year because, you know, when your name gets out there and stuff like that, people won't come at you. Everybody gonna give you their best shot, and I would have it no other way because my ultimate goal, you know what I'm saying, is to be a pro. So, man, I live for that. I love having a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? That puts even more of a chip on my shoulder. Like it doesn't allow me to relax. I don't want to walk in the gym somewhere and people respect me because of this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Right. Out here, I know they're not gonna care. I know they're not. And ain't nobody gonna fold over. Everybody gonna want to prove something. And that's cool because I got a lot to prove too. So I feel as though Georgia should be talked about. Georgia JUCO should be talked about a lot more than they are and given a lot more credit than they're given.
Right, cool. So, tell me, go in depth of what a day like of Langston Wilson and Georgia Highlands. Like, just try to give our audience, you know, what is the a day in the life like? Like it could be on a game day or any regular day. As a student?
Like a day in the life at school for me, I probably wake up, you know, on a normal day. If it depends on what time I got class. Like sometimes I got 11 o'clock class, so I wake up at like 8:30, 9, get some breakfast, get a protein shake, get over to the gym. The girls usually practice early in the morning, so then I'll hit the weight room for probably like half an hour to an hour, you know what I'm saying? When the girls finish practice, then go in there and get up 500 to 1,000 shots in the morning, you know, get back to the locker room, take a shower, get dressed, head to class. If I don't got class that day, I'll probably be in the gym a little bit longer. But I'll head to class, you know what I'm saying? Go to class, get my work and stuff done. You know, I try to, you know, if I get free time in class or if a class ends early or something like that, probably just stay behind and like try to get my homework and stuff done. Eat lunch in between my classes. If I don't have any classes after I eat lunch, usually eat lunch like 12:30 or something like that. If I don't got classes after that, I'll just go get dressed and then get up shots, depending whether or not the girls have practice first or we have practice first. If we have practice first, I'll just get up shots until our practice starts. If the girls have practice, I'll just be in there getting up shots before their practice starts. Practice with us, get practice done out the way. You know what I'm saying? If I still feel like shooting, probably after practice, maybe go after and work out a little bit more, get some more shots up. Get home, get another protein shake, make sure I get all my assignments and stuff done. And then after that, if I got free time, I'm just chilling out and, you know, I'm talking, laughing, joking with my teammates, so I'm hopping on the game.
All right, cool. So, all right, sounds good. So, moving right along, let's talk about academics. Now, what is your academic advantages of going to Georgia Highlands? Like, what is your academic advantages that's helping?
I mean, it's not a just show up and play basketball and we'll give you all the grades kind of school. You know what I mean? You gotta really sit there and put in the work and learn. You know what I mean? You know, I feel as though, you know, a lot of coaches I think respect me more, You know what I'm saying? Just because of that fact that it's not just given to you out there. You know what I'm saying? I had a 3.0. Like, I really sat there and I worked for that 3.0. You know what I mean? Like, my teammates worked for that 3.4, worked for that 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, really sitting there and learning. I feel as though the best thing about that is, you know what I'm saying, when stuff isn't given to you, I feel like it's more likely to translate, especially when you transfer to your next school or whatever it be. You know, you come from a situation whereas everyone's just doing everything for you.
Right.
You go to a situation where that's not the case, then you right back where you started before you even, like, you just right back at the beginning. Like, you stuck all over again. So I feel as though the teachers, you know, they're going to always help out and look out. I mean, even during the pandemic, because I was kind of stuck down there because I couldn't go home. I mean, one of my English teachers, you know, he had made dinner for me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's kind of like built around. It's a good community, and everybody really just wants to see you succeed.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds really awesome. So, let's talk about, you mentioned the pandemic. The pandemic has affected Juco sports, especially basketball. What are your overall thoughts on basketball season being pushed back?
I mean, I love it. I mean, my favorite part about all of this is really just the process of getting better and learning more. So, I mean, a lot of people want the season started early and everyone's in a rush to play, but that's not necessarily my case right now. You know, I'm really still learning a lot, not playing high school basketball, and really still understanding a lot, learning how to be a leader and just really being a student of the game. And with all of this stuff being pushed back to January, you know, I get to do, I mean, an extra like 5 months more of my favorite part of basketball, which is working out, getting better, working on my weight, getting my shot right. So, I mean, I look at it as just God giving me more time to prepare to be the best player that I could be in any circumstance. So.
All right, sounds good. So, for those of our audience that has not seen you play, try to explain to us, what is your playing style like? What is your playing style like?
I mean, really just a guy that's going to get in and give a lot of energy, and just plays all over the floor. A guy that can knock down a jump shot and rebound really well. That'll make smart plays, you know, and good decisions. You know, I kind of look at myself as not necessarily the guy that's gonna always take the game-winning shot. You know what I'm saying? But I feel as though I'm the guy that'll give up the good shot for a better shot in the game-winning situation, or the guy that knows, you know what I'm saying, at the end of a situation, you know what I'm saying, recognizing a mismatch and understanding that every time, you know, in a clutch moment, it might be somebody else's moment. You know what I'm saying? Just a guy that, you know, really understands himself and really understands how he's playing. Like, I know if I'm not going, I'm not going to force it. I know one of my teammates going, you know what I'm saying, I'll tell coach, like, get him back in. Like, I'll sub out. Like, I'll take a seat because I know he's going. And, you know, just a winner overall. That's just really my main thing. I feel like I'm just a winner. You know, I'm focused on winning more than everything. So I'm going to do anything possible just to win.
Right. All right. Sounds good. So, who is the toughest player you played against thus far?
In Juco?
Yeah.
Definitely Cam from Gulf Coast.
Okay.
From Gulf Coast State, he's going to UT Martin. No, Cam different. That's my guy. But he can hoop for real. Like, he can really hoop. I think we played against him. He had something ridiculous. It was like 36 points, like 12 rebounds, like 7 assists, some ridiculous stat line like that. Like, he one of them guys, you know what I'm saying? He averaged 20 and 10 in the Panhandle this year, like legitimately 20 and 10. He one of them guys that's not really talked about enough, I feel like. But he can really go, you know what I'm saying? 6'5", 6'6", you know what I'm saying? Athletic, smart, knows how to play the game, offensive rebounds the hell out the ball. So definitely I got to give that to him, man. Like, I don't know any time where anybody really, you know what I'm saying, stopped him. Like, he was playing against the best, you know what I'm saying? Right. Cam, one of them guys that can really go. Like that, I probably get that to him. He's probably the toughest player I played against this year.
Cool. What's his full name?
Langston Jake Wilson.
No, what's his full name? You said
Cameron Holden.
Okay, Cameron Holden. Right. I gotta look him up. All right, sounds good. So, Yeah, I mean that sounds awesome. So going forward to offers, schools, stuff like that. What are the schools that are currently um, recruiting? Now, you did mention Alcorn State, but what are some others?
Right now, I have about 30 Division I offers.
Okay.
Schools like Oregon, Ole Miss, Tulsa, Eastern Carolina. I'm trying to think. It's been a lot as of late. Wichita State. State, VCU, North Carolina Central, North Carolina A&T. It's been a lot offers wise. I mean, interest wise. As of late, I've been hearing from Penn State, University of South Carolina, Memphis. It's been a ton of schools. Kansas State. So really, just been hearing from a variety of schools, all over.
All right, sounds good. So, what are some things you feel you need to improve on going forward? As your career progresses, and before you end up going to your 4-year school.
I mean, overall, just my game as a whole, you know what I'm saying? My goal at the next level is to just be an all-around basketball player. There isn't really anything that I do really good at that I'm really, really good at right now, which I feel as though is the best part about me. Like, really been drilling in and locking down and working on my ball handling, working on my shooting. A huge thing for me is my body. I get 10 more pounds for that season start. A lot of things going to change. People going to look at me a lot differently. A lot of things are going to be a lot easier for me. IQ, like my IQ part of the game, just understanding, how to be a leader, not just through action. Like, you can't just be a leader and be like, I'm a lead by going out and score 20 points, but being able to be a leader on the floor through other things, defensively as a leader, as a leader in the locker room, as a good example for those that might be under you or people that look up to you, So that's really a big focal point for me, because I'm not really like focused on like it really one part of my game, just because, like I said before, I don't have one part of my game that I do really, really well yet. So really, just right now, I'm trying to be a Swiss Army knife at 6'9". You know what I mean? Being able to pass, shoot, score, play defense. Guard multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. Being 6'9" and being able to switch off screens on the guards and things like that, and being comfortable out there on the perimeter. So.
Okay, sounds good. So, moving forward, what is some advice that you can give to any prospective athletes out there, given your journey, given how different it was, and just what is some advice you can give to them to get them on track and have them reach their goals?
I mean, really, just stay down with the people that stay down with you until you come up. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? When things start getting rough and things are really going bad for you, because like I've hit rock bottom. It might not be the last time I hit rock bottom, but I've hit rock bottom before. If you ever reach that point, I really don't want anybody to, but sometimes for some people in certain situations, it's inevitable. You got to pay attention to those that are around you during that time, and pay attention to what those people are saying to you, because what they're saying to you will literally bring you like completely out of everything, all the bad things that's going on in your life, like whether it be mental with depression or anything like that, or physical with an injury or something like that. You got to pay attention to those people around you, and you got to talk. You got to have conversations, not just conversations with people that are the same age as you, but especially have conversations with those that are older than you and have been around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best relationship advice I ever got in my life was from a dude that I played with on a team. His mom, who's older. She's like in her 50s, 60s. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Best like talking to her about little stuff like that, and not just in that aspect. Even talking to her about basketball. She's not really a basketball player, but she just knows life. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to talk to people and really listen to what they're saying. Don't. The best thing someone ever told me was you can't talk and speak, and you can't listen to someone to respond. You got to listen to someone to understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people make the mistake of, especially when you're in that position and you're really down, you listen to say something back. Whereas when you're listening just to understand it, you really start to understand and really start to see what people are saying. So,
all right. Sounds good. So, I was looking at this video on YouTube. You played some game against Jay Scrubb.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-3.
Yeah, like how was it? Yeah, it's 3-on-3. Yeah, like so. How was that? Because Jay Scrubb is an NBA prospect. How was it like playing with him and against him?
I mean, it was cool. Me and Scrub been cool for like a couple months now. You know what I'm saying? When he came down to Atlanta to work out with he been doing his workouts and stuff with Coach Rob, and I work out with Coach Rob. So
okay,
it wasn't really like anything really like crazy. You know what I'm saying? He could hoop, like he could really go. Like he's 6'7" guard for real. You know what I'm saying? But just being around him and being able to talk to him about certain things, and you know what I'm saying, having someone like that you could speak to that was in your position, you know what I'm saying, that is now making that jump straight from Juco to the NBA. You know, that's always great. You know what I'm saying? Even after that 3-on-3, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm at a conversation and he helps you out with just the little things about things that I can work on personally and things that I can do better and just to improve on, especially making that jump from my freshman year to my sophomore year. So.
For Langston Wilson, this is Jaquan Bowden. This is That Juco Life. This episode will be up soon. And until then, we out. Thanks, everybody, for your support. Peace.